Hi guys, welcome back to Denike's Home Cook series. I know, it's a long time and I miss you guys too. I know you miss me. But yes, is it just me or this 2020 started a bit slow for some of us because it's March and I'm just starting a series that I've started last year. But yes, it is what it is. Like a friend of mine that just met me say, it is what it is. And today, we're gonna do something a bit easy, but yeah, again, it's all about redefining the conventional ingredient that you have, but making it better, bougie, classy. You know when people come to your house and be like, damn girl, is that apple? You know, that's the effect I want you to create when you cook my food. Yay! So today, I'm going to be making some pan-seared steak, grilled vegetables, and the highlight of this is the clavador sauce. It's basically apple. Don't get scared about the name. It's basically apples with a little bit of brandy. I know you like that. A little bit of African twist to it is the texture coming from the egusi. So we're gonna be toasting this and we're gonna be adding it for texture. So let's get cooking. So yeah, we're gonna start by just marinating this lightly to keep it, you know, all the flavors in. So what we're going to do is to just marinate this a bit with a little bit of salt, black pepper, a little bit of thyme, so we get all of those marinations in and all of the flavors zapping as at the time we're going to use it. So you just want to get those beautiful thyme leaves out, like that. Just going to throw that away. If you're making stock, you don't want to throw that away. You are going to need those parts. So you know, I started by saying this year started a bit, you know, really late for some of us. My God. You know how we write New Year resolution and say, oh, this is what I'm going to do this year, what? I thought this girl here have it all figured out. It's a lie, I started the year with all the energy, but along the line, I was just like, are you sure this is what you really want to do? Let's take, for instance, I've been living in my apartment for roughly 8 to 9 months now. And apart from my bed, I don't have anything really structured. So your girl just pimped her house. All white, couch. What again do we have again? Do I have any hallelujah in the house? You know? So basically, we just fixed our apartment and I'm really happy about that. You know how your house is starting to feel like home? The house is feeling like home, actually. So I'm going to be showing you in the next series how to make some of your homemade aromatic oils. This is basically one of the ones I've made a couple of weeks back. It's basically garlic in oil. So this will add a bit of flavor to your steak. So you just want to pour that in. Yeah. And then I'm just going to make a little bit of love to this. So you just want to wrap that in, and I'm just gonna let this sit on the side, then we'll come back to it later. So you know how they say, how I said I was just making I just made my house feel like home, right? This year, it's about putting yourself out there. Your girl has been networking and we've been meeting people. I'm gonna tell you about that. But in the meantime, let's get the apples in here. We're just gonna give that a sway. I love the way it smells. It's beautiful. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of brown sugar. So what this does is it helps caramelize the apricot chunks better and bring out all of the sweetness. Because I'm using green apple, and basically green apple is the apple you're supposed to cook ideally. So you just want to let all the flavors come out and, you know, sit right. So we're just going to continue to stir this in, just like that. Apple is caramelizing nicely. So you just want to let that sit, but ensure that you don't burn it at the same time. I'm just going to throw in this lovely brandy. This thing a lifesaver. Me say if I shark too before coming on set. It's not easy. So I'm just going to pour a bit of this in. Yeah, just like that. Well, the substitute for this is for you to use an apple cider vinegar. At the end of the day, it's an apple-based sauce. So you can actually, for my Muslim fans, you can actually put in apple cider if you don't want brandy in this, or generally you just don't take alcohol. So you might want to substitute that for apple cider vinegar. Yeah. Another fantastic thing to throw in here would be the port wine. So basically, you know, when you're cooking with alcohol, you want to make sure that you know that it's going to evolve. So it's going to evaporate basically. And the port wine, had it when you're done, when your sauce is basically put together, because then you don't want it to actually evaporate. Alcohol evaporates when you cook them down. Yeah. So I'm just going to continue giving this a stir. I'm going to throw in some rock salt because you don't want it too sweet, but at the same time you want that sweetness to also still come out. So the rock salt is more ideal than the iodine-based salt. So guys, that's how one of my friends, though, for the longest of time, called me up today to say that he's in Abuja. Imagine, this stupid boy, I've not seen me in years. You know how men feel like because you cook, you should come and cook for them. See, I'll get one home cooked food today. How do you feel about people that think because you're a chef or because you can cook that you should come and cook for them? What's your opinion about that, guys? I need this tea. Oh, wow. How do you feel about those people? Because for me, as far as I know, can you have a doctor as a friend and you say, come and treat me, come and check my blood temperature? Because this is a profession, but if I want to cook for you, I will obviously cook out of love. Food is love. Food is love. When you're going to give me injection from the audience, so I just said that. But like, at the end of the day, guys, let's support our friends. Let's be there for them. We'll cook for you when we can. But just also know that this is our life, our day in, day out activity, and we love what we do, and this is our job. It's firstly a job before an hobby. So if I love to cook for you, I cook for you. I make toast for my flatmate once in a while, but like, it's not an everyday thing because she knows this is my life, this is a job, this is a craft. Yeah? So at this point, I'm gonna add a bit of paprika. Yeah? So you just want to throw that in. By the way, this is just my own thought to it. It's not the original recipe. But you know how in Nigeria, our palate, we like a little bit of heat. So I'm just using that to add a little bit of heat to the cold, creamy sauce. The next thing that will be going in is either a cooking cream or a milk. I'm substituting this for milk because I don't have cooking cream. And at the end of the day, it's also a way of saying anything that you have in your fridge, just throw it in. So I'm basically doing that today. So yeah, milk is likely going to separate when you cook it down because of the fat content in it and the water. So you just want to keep an eye on this on low medium heat. If you notice the way I've been cooking, I'm not cooking, even though it's an induction burner, I'm not cooking at high heat basically. So you just want to let it simmer because this sauce basically needs simmering. Yeah. At this point, if you look closely into the pour, you will see that the apple is actually soft and it's starting to separate. That shows that the apple is completely cooked. And at this point, again, is when I had my port wine in just a few cups. So let's say about 30 ml would be ideal. If you notice I've not tasted so far, I'm going to taste now. Yeah, you want between sweetness and sourness, basically. So basically, the taste of an ideal sweet and sour sauce is what you're looking at. Will be to toast this a bit. So you don't want to add oil. Problem people get is when they're toasting nut or any form of nut that they add a bit of olive oil into the pan. You don't want to do that. Just get your non-stick pan. If you feel like it feels too dry, the best thing you can do is to add a little of oil to paper towel like this and brush your pan sort of like that. So you just want to toast this a bit lightly. You basically just want to release a little bit of nuttiness from the legume, which is the melon seed that I'm giving a toast. It smells beautiful in here. It's not a punchline from Food Network, by the way, because this, for the longest of time, I didn't know that you can actually toast melon until one of my colleagues tried it and I'm like, oh, this is lovely. It could be a snack, very healthy. You could just throw in a bit of salt for extra zing and flavor. So you want to have this brown effect all round. So that's how you know that. So you don't want to burn it at the same time, but you also want to make sure that it's a bit brown and it's well caramelized. So the advantage that I'm having right now, the heat is controlled one and there's no oil. So the legume, that is the melon, is releasing its own natural oil and it's sort of helping it toast. Yeah? So all you need is a great pan and medium heat, then you're fine. This is actually a very funny situation because I've never heard of toast egusi in my life until I saw a colleague of mine Muse cook it one time and I tried it. So you know how the trend is healthy. I have somebody that eats just once a day, and this could actually be a snack instead of you snacking on carrots and all those things your so-called dietitian, not throwing shade here, tell you to do. This could be, you know, a good substitute. Even though contrary to the belief, legume and beans, which fall under that category, is not all protein. Yeah, it is more of carbohydrate, but it can also still give you some of the proteins that you need. Yeah. So I think I'm fine, totally fine with what I've just gotten. I'm just going to transfer that into a clean plate. Yeah? Just like that. How many of us don't like to wash plates? One thing I hated growing up was having to wash so many plates. So as much as possible, I'm trying to do a one pot kind of dish whereby you can continue to use the same pot that you're using. I have my vegetables here. We have pumpkin that have been boiled out by my lovely friend, a little bit of potatoes. I'm just going to add a little bit of oil to the pan that I've just used to toast my nuts, which is now the legume, and I'm just going to toss this into the pan. Yeah. After you throw in your vegetables, you just want to add a sprinkle of salt in there and a little bit of pepper, black pepper. So I'm just going to let this sort of toast. And at some point, zinc, a bit of ginger that will be inside here with the knob of butter that I'm going to add eventually. I'm just going to let this sit and cook for as long. Yeah? I know we've all been seeing this apple here and been wondering, what are we going to do with that? So you know how we chefs here, we like to plate and have a little bit of terere going on. This is going to be the goodness in your dish, your island of your dish. What I'm going to do now is to grab a parchment paper and I'm going to place this lovely apple on them and sort of dehydrate it in the oven. You're going to pat this lovely apple slices dry. Nice. Guys, some of you are too hard. Did you guys see that video from Cracks TV where somebody was actually, it was basically action pot, similar to what I'm doing behind the scenes right now. And there were two guys in the pool. This guy was just squeezing people. Why are Nigerian men like that? Be gentle. What happened to tender love and care? I doubt it very much. I don't think it would be ideal for you to be squeezing a woman's, except she say, spank me, squeeze me. And then you can go ahead and do that. But please just handle with care. This is somebody's daughter, somebody's investment. Is that going to be not part of this series, job? But if you like, going to watch. Big. So you know, after putting that in the oven, you just want to add a little bit of knob of butter to the vegetable. So you just want to add a knob of butter to it to sort of give it that caramelizing effect and that poultriness. Yeah. Butter is heaven, sharp. that in. So yeah, guys, stop squeezing people's children, sha. That's all I know. I stand to be corrected. I was told some women like it. Like, how about you ask? Do everybody feel this way about accent? I think accent is ideal. Not necessarily in the like in the heat of the moment, but like eventually do ask. How would you like me to touch you? So right now, guys, I'm reading this lovely book, or I reread it, because we were having a conversation in church, and the pastor was talking about, do you even know your spouse's love language? So I was in traffic, I was on my way to bank one day, and I saw it in traffic, and I bought it again. And basically, so enlightening to know that people actually have different love languages. An understanding of that, I think, would actually give you a better overall understanding of what somebody really needs. You know how it's easy to assume that this is what somebody needs, when what they actually need is something entirely different. I mean, this book gave me this clarity. I would really recommend it to anyone who is in a relationship or intends to be in a relationship someday, to actually start to build that momentum of understanding, you know, what your spouse really require from you. So basically, you know how I said earlier that we're going to be pan-searing the meat. I like my meat medium rare, medium. So this will not be staying for so long on fire. You just want that golden brown effect, and occasionally, let's say about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, depending on your steak size, and flip. So you want to get that golden caramelized effect going on. Yeah. So these things are not going to waste. The thyme stock and the garlic. This is the best point to actually put them in. It adds a bit of flavor to your dish. So you just want to throw that in, and a bit of butter. So you baste your meat with that. We're still keeping it all simple, still using the same things we're using. Either you get a spoon for this, or you can just use your spatula. I don't like to wash plates. I mean, show the love to the meat, but at the same time, show the love to people around you. Mental health is paramount, and I think it's about time we stop asking people just about their work, but about how they really feel. So, how about you send a text to somebody today and say, how are you doing? Like, doing physically and mentally. I think it's important that we do that. So I think my steaks are perfect at this point. I'm just gonna transfer it to the board and let it rest. So you remember our clavados sauce? I've not forgotten about it, so it's here. So we're just going to give our apple a quick blend to make our clavados sauce. That was the broth we're cooking with apples. We're just gonna blend that away. Yeah? Perfect. I'm just gonna take that and transfer it back to the pot. The essence is to actually just check for seasoning, and just like everyone, I like to actually let all my seasoning dissolve. So you don't want to just put raw salt into your sauce. So I'm just gonna give this a sway. I like how that feels. Let's taste that. It's beautiful. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, so that's done. The next thing is to put it on the plate. So that's it. I mean, look at how we did it seamlessly. Prioritize. Start off with your lovely steak by marinating it. Cook your clavados sauce, because that's going to take a minute or two. Proceed to your egusi, and of course sauteing your vegetables. Then voila, you have a beautiful dinner. When you're inviting your friends over and you want to actually show them that you've got skills in the kitchen. The next thing, yes, is to check on our apples. Wow, it's doing so lovely here. Great. Yeah. So to make it all fancy, just cut your steak, you know, like that. Yeah. Remember the clavicle sauce? Put it in. Nothing too fine dining. This is like the scoop. Centralize it. You know. Place it like that. You don't want to also make it look like you're not giving them meat at all. So yeah. Remember my toasted egusi. So I'm gonna put that on the side. Serve as a very fantastic snack. The lovely petals of violet, viola, or however you choose to call it. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit more on the egusi. Remember, it's all about the texture, nothing more. You want to be the talk of the town. You understand? Let them come and say, Gordon Ramsay is happening in your house. Yeah? Some toasted mushrooms. Yeah? Remember your dehydrated apples? Yeah. You just want to put that somewhere there. Then to finish it off, a little bit of rock salt, some olive oil, and voila, your girls are talking about you all weekend. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and see you next time on the Freaky episode. Joking. Home Cook series coming back to your screen, and I hope you enjoyed. Please, I would love your feedbacks. I would love anything you would like to see, you know, to make us go to the next level together. Thank you.